So, good evening, everyone. I am the next reporter. So, my topic is all about the global education. So, global education has been best described by two definitions. So, first, we have the UNESCO defines the global education as a goal to develop countries worldwide and is aimed at educating all people in accordance with world standards. So for the UNESCO, no, i-define niya ang global education as a goal daw para ma-develop ang mga country worldwide. And nag-aim sila nga ma-educate ang mga tao according sa standards sa ilang countries. So, mao to ang pag-define sa UNESCO sa global education. So next nga nag-define sa global education is, or the next definition nga gihatag dire sa internet as ang global education is a curriculum that is international in scope which prefers today's youth around the world to function in one world environment under teachers who are intellectual, professionally, and humanistically prepared. So, meaning, ang global education daw is a curriculum that is international, means tibuok na, no, means pang international. So, nasakop siya sa international, say global, international. Nasakop siya sa international, no. Buot pasabutan is global education daw is kina-prepare to mga tao or mga individuals nga mahimong or padulungay nga mahimong teacher or professional. So ang global education is nag-help sa mga or naghatag siya og ganang enough nga knowledge para sa mga mo ongoing of profession. So prefer nila tong mga teachers intellectually, professionally, and humanistically. So, mo to ang gina-define sa global education. So, ang mo definition sa global education. So, next. So, duha ra to ang na-define sa kuan ng global education. First, mo tong UNESCO nag-define niya ang global education as a go to develop countries worldwide and nag-aim na ma-educate ang mga tao nga makaabot sa standard sa usa ka country. So next. So in global education na ay 6 goals. So we have 6 goals, no. First is ang goals sa global education mo ni siya. First, we have expand early childhood care education. So, isa sa goal sa global education is ma-expand nga sayo sa mga bata, no, mo ni siya gina-expand nila og sayo ang pagtudlo sa mga bata through education. So next, provide pre and compulsory primary education for all. So gina-provide another goal sa global education, nag-provide sila og pre and compulsory primary education para sa tanan. And third goal sa global education, promote learning and life skill for young and adults. So dili lang sila ga-focus through children, no. They are also giving an opportunity para sa mga adults, no, and para makatuon. So they are promoting learning and life skills para sa young and adult. So that was the third goal. And next, the fourth goal of global education, we have increase adult literacy by 50%. So the other goal of one of the goal of the global education is to increase adult literacy by 50%. So gusto nila nga ma-increasean tong adult literacy, which means kinahanglan to nila nga ma-increase to 50%. I guess the 100% na natin, and then the goal of global education is to increase it into 50% na lang. So the fifth goal of global education is the achieve gender parity by 2005, gender equality by 2005. So another goal sa global education is to achieve gender parity by 2005, 2005, and then gender equality by 2005 then. So morning nindot kay siya nga goal sa kay they are giving in ginahatag nila tong ba unsay dapat nga treatment sa tao, unsay tama, especially sa katong mga lahi of gender or lahi gender, so mga sa LGBTQ. Then the last goal of global education is to improve quality of education. So mo na yung pinaka main goal yun sa global education, to improve quality of education. Improve quality education is more likely they are adding more exciting activities. They are giving enough, or they are naghatag yun sila og enough nga knowledge about sa mga estudyante or even to sa mga professional. So that was the 6 goals of global education. So that would be all. Thank you.
Good day everyone, I am Alan J. Eroso. So my topic is about defining James Beaker in 1988. So he define global education as a way to help students see the world as one system and understand their role in it. It involves a curriculum with global teaching standards to address future challenges. The 21st century learning goals were focus on. So si James Beaker on 1988 nga ang global education daw kay usa ka paagi aron matabangan ang estudyante nga makabuot nga ang kalibutan usa ka sistema o kabahin sa niini. Ang mga leksyon sa eskwelahan dapat patas o pareho ang kalidad sa tibuok kalibutan aron maandam ang mga estudyante sa bag-ong hagit sa kalibutan. Gihimo ang 21st century learning goals nga nagalakip sa 21st century content: global awareness, financial and civil literacy, health and environment. So pagtudlo sa mga estudyante unsaon pag dumala sa kwarta, financial literacy o pag-atiman sa kinaiyahan. Number 2 is learning skills, critical thinking, creative communication and collaboration. Kanang paghanas sa pag-una-una, ang estudyante makatuon sa pag-una-una o pagsolusyon o na ay problema sa isa ka grupo. And the number 3 is ICT literacy, using technology for learning. ICT literacy is kanang paggamit sa internet o kanang apps para sa research o kanang para mas madali na mahimo atong mga assignments. Ano siya? Number 4 is life skill, leadership, ethics, responsibility, life skills. So ang estudyante makatuon nga kanang pangulo sa usa ka proyekto o kita o responsibilidad. And the number 5 is assessment, real work. So evaluation of what student learn sa tuod niya pagsupod. So ano siya, dili lang sa mga basihan apil usab sa performance sa mga actual na bulahaton sama sa project. So mao to, and thank you.
Good day everyone, especially to you sir. Good day. My name is Brian Sensikorin. So my topic is all about global teachers. So, what is global teacher? A global teacher is a competent teacher who is earned with enough skills, appropriate attitude, and universal values to teach students with both time-tested as well as modern technologies and education in any place in the world. As a global teacher is someone who teach students using skill, knowledge, and mindset that works everywhere in the world. For example, a global teacher kay nagatudlo og science lesson about climate change. Nag-use siya og online videos and local example to show kung unsa ang mga issue na naka-affect both their communities and world. So mao to ang pagkuan sa global teacher. So there are 5 teacher with desirable characters should have at class. So first is commitment. So, as a global teacher, dapat committed ka or dedicated ka sa imong trabaho para ikaw ang mag-lead sa imong students to their success. Second is love of learners. This isn't just about liking children. It's about a deep respect for each student's potentials. As a teacher or as a global teacher, you need to build a strong relationship with student and teacher. So, para maka-feel sila or comfortable and mo-participate sila without any hesitation and judgment sa isa ka classroom. Is accountability for high standard. This means setting challenge yet achievable goals for students and holding themselves responsible for their students' learning outcomes. For example is clear expectation. They clearly communicate expectation for students' behavior and academic performance. Number 4 is sociability. A sociable teacher can build positive relationship with students and parents. So as a global teacher or as a teacher, you need to be a sociable para makabuild ka og good relationship for your students and to their parents. Lastly is sincerity. A sincere teacher is genuine and authentic in their interaction with students. So, as a teacher, you need to be a sincere, means being genuine or honest to your students. So, para pakita nimo na dapat nagakare ka perminti silang learnings and also committed ka to help them. Ano taong topic? Salamat.
Good day everyone, especially to our instructor, sir. Good day. So in this video reporting, I will discuss about the qualities and characteristics of a teacher. So let's start. Understands how this world is interconnected. So I know that we are aware about learning in this time is not only for uh, actual discussions but also a variety or different variety, a two ways of teaching or discussions, which is a online and the actual discussion. So we need to know about that as a future teachers. So we need to know the importance of a online platforms of discussions and also the actual discussion. So as a future teachers, know we need to know about it because in this world we know the awareness of technologies is already begun in this world. We know already that there are many technologies that uses for studies for the students. Second, recognizes that the world has rich variety of ways of life. So, as a future teacher, so we don't need to focus uh, the life of student in the classroom, but also their backgrounds, so that it can easy for us to deliver, and how we can easy to handle our topic from them, because I know that students, or all of us, we have a different background of ways of life, kumbaga sa pamumuhay, iba-iba ang pamumuhay na kinalalakihan. So we need to know about that, so that we have the instinct why it is difficult from them, the your topic that you are presenting, even though you are making in a easy way as you can, so that you need to know the ways of a variety ways of life of your students. So has a vision of the future, sees that what the future would be for himself, herself, and the students. So as a teachers or future educators, so we need to know the importance of our visions uh, before we are presenting our topics, or our aim, or what would it be our purpose to discuss these topics for our students. So we need to know that, in order from us, that we have strength to deliver our topics, and it can be easy from the students, and you will help them in the future, as the future they become an adult, they have a development that you are a teachers related, so must be a creative and innovative. So I know that uh, we need to learn about the different creation about presenting our topics, or how we innovate the topic that given to us for discussions to discuss our to discuss from our students. So we need to know about it. So we need to be creative, or uh, innovative, which is kung kaya natin gawin ng in a easy way, so make it so that it can be uh, simple for the understanding of our students. So must understand the respect and tolerate of the diversity of culture. So as the previous discussions, Sir is already discussing about the different uh, cultures. So we need to speak about it. Why? Because here in the Philippines, we're not only one religion or cultures, but there are many. So we need to accept and respect their cultures, so that it can be understandable from them. They will have a time for their uh, cultures or their beliefs. So must believe and take actions for education that will sustain for the future. So as a future teacher, so we're not focusing about the the present discussions, but also if futures of our students, how they are grow. It could be uh, the help or the motivation about them from the present to the future. Must be able to facilitate digitally mediated learning. So as a future teacher, so uh, we focus we have also a social media platform. So it could be teach them that how the digital is very important for their learnings. Must have depth of knowledge. So as a teacher, so you have a uh, deep knowledge or average knowledge that you had, so that it can be easy for you to difficult topic into easy ways. So para mas madali sa iyo na ma-discuss mo in a simple way. So search from it and make it average your knowledge about for teachings, the variety of teachings or ways of teaching. So find ways to deliver your topics in a easy way. Must possess good communication skills. So as a future teachers, so you have that kind of qualities. Why? How the students ask you if you are get angry or you don't have a good communication skills, how you can communicate your students, and how you can handle your topics from them if you don't have that skills. So you have a good communication skills. for your students, so that it can be easy for them to ask, or it can be um, simple for them to how to construct or how to ask for the questions that bother their minds. Must possess the competencies of professional teachers embodied. So here in the Philippines, so we have a board exam, so we need to undergo before we are a teachers, but there are many steps or process about it, so that it could be useful for future teachers. So it is important also to become a licensed professional teachers, because if you uh, don't achieve that, you will not become a licensed professional teachers. You must undergo board exam, so that you have a quality teachers, or you have a good uh, development for your professions. So in conclusions, qualities and characteristics is very important as a future teachers. Why? Um, that in that case, it could be a package of a teacher's qualities. It could be a good quality as a teacher. Characteristics, it is a good for a quality or good characteristic that develop for a teachers or as a future educators. So that's all.
Good day, everyone. I am Charisme Corbo, and I'm the last reporter of this group. So today, my topic is all about the pillars of learning, or the 5 pillars of learning. So all the new qualities of both the learners and teachers are addressed in the UNESCO's Pillars of Learning, based on Jacques Delors, that treasures learning from within. So, UNESCO's Education Sustainable Development Initiative 2012 presented a conceptual framework for ongoing lifelong learning. These models organize learning into the following of 5 pillars. So, the first 5 pillars of learning is learning to know, knowledge, skills, values. This implies thirst of for knowledge and acquisitions of such knowledge. It is learning how to learn throughout one's life. The development of skills and knowledge needed to function in these words, like formal acquisitions of literacy, numeracy, critical thinking, and general knowledge. So, this means, ibig sabihin nito is developing a love for learning and the ability to keep learning for life. It's not just about memorizing facts. It's about understanding how to learn, developing skills like reading, writing, numeracy, math, or critical thinking. But it means how to learn throughout one's life. That it means learning to know. Let's proceed. The second learning of the 5 pillars of learning is about the learning to do, applications of what one knows. So learning by doing, pragmatic views of life. Knowledge acquired is nothing unless applied in daily life. The acquisition of applied skills lead to professional success. So, this is about applying what you've learned. It's not enough to know something. You must also use that knowledge in real life. This includes job, skills, teamwork, and problem solving in practical situation. That this means that you need to apply what you've learned. It's not just something that you know but you didn't apply it, but you need to apply that what you've learned. This is about learning to do and that applying what you've learned. So the third pillar of learning is the learning to be, self-identity and understanding, confidence, self-growth. Divine as the discovery of oneself as an individual, self-esteem, self-determination, critical thinking, and as a member of society. It implies developing the potential of each individual, continuing educations must improve self-knowledge and self-esteem. The learning that contributes a person's mind, body, spirit. Skills include creativity and personal discovery, acquired through reading, the internet, and activities such as sports and arts or others. So, the third pillars of learning is focuses on a personal growth and self-awareness. It means understanding who you are, building a self-confidence, and becoming a whole person or a person that fit or you have a fit that you are physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Fourth pillar of learning is about learning to live together, respect of culture and diversity, inclusivity. This refers to the relationship among people. It is bringing together a community to work harmoniously, to live in peace and prosperity, and to show respect and concern for others. It also refers to interpersonal skills that will enable people to live side by side with others at home, in school, in the community, and around the world. The development of social skills and values such as respect and concern for others and appreciations of cultural diversity. So, the fourth pillar, it means it's about living in peace and harmony with others. It includes respecting others people culture, working together, being exclusive and kind to others in your community and around the world. Last pillar of learning or the five pillar of learning is about learning to transform oneself and society. When individuals and group gain knowledge, developing skills, and acquire new values as a result of learning, they are equipped with tools, mindset for creating lasting changes in communities, organization, and society. So the last pillars of learning is about using your knowledge and values to make positive changes in yourself, not yourself but the world or the societies. Education become a tool to improve society and create a better future, that we know that education help us that we have a better future, that we have a better society. That's all, and thank you, and I hope you guys gain knowledge about our report today.